Trump derangement syndrome. It's getting worse. It's getting absolutely worse. I recently did a podcast with somebody, and I had to edit it out of my podcast because he just went on about Trump and white trash, and that anybody that voted for him was white trash. When I mentioned black people voted for him, Latinos voted for him, Asians voted for him, no, only white people did, and they're all white trash. And I've seen it on LinkedIn. He compared to Hitler all of the time. He's never committed an act of genocide yet. Maybe he'll surprise us all. I get it. He's not your cup of tea. You live in a democracy. It could be worse. You could be in the UK where people are getting locked up for all sorts of shit. And what's his crime? What crime has he committed? He's been elected as your president, and there is this disproportionate view. It's a cognitive dissonance. And what is even more surprising is the same people banging on about Trump and their hatred of Trump are completely okay with this US aid scandal. We had, in the last couple of years, we've had Elon Musk discover that there was some corruption going on at Twitter with influence, for want of a better term, influence from elements of the US government. Mark Zuckerberg came out and said the same had been happening with Meta. We've had all of this stuff coming out about Fauci and the World Health Organization. We all know about the medications, but Trump is the problem. And maybe he is. Maybe he is. I'm not an American. I don't vote in America. I don't have any say in America. But what about... I just honestly, my mind is blowing. I do not understand why everything else isn't a problem, but he is. And how there is... And bearing in mind, I've seen a lot of this in the UK. People in the UK losing their shit about Donald Trump winning an election, but are absolutely okay with everything that went on at Southport, everything that went on at Rotherham, absolutely okay with the gangs, okay with all of it. It doesn't matter. They're okay with Keir Starmer raising all the taxes. It's what's upset them is Donald Trump. Now, I'll finish it with this. I've never met the guy. I don't know what he's like. People that like him, love him. People that hate him, loathe him. There's definitely a cognitive dissonance going on here, where people are just refusing to accept the fact that people hated what they had before, that Donald Trump to them was the best option. And whilst you might not like him, if I look at it from this perspective, when the plumber comes round to fix my boiler, do I want the guy with the best personality or the guy with the most experience who's the best qualified to do the job? Because I might not invite him round for dinner, but I do want him to fix my boiler properly. And maybe that's what you've got in America. But whatever it is, I honestly, Trump derangement syndrome is a mental illness.